Yo, what is good? It's the Scaladallo, and I'm here with this UFC Fight Night Jacare versus Brunson 2 analysis and predictions. I'm only gonna do 3 fights on this card. The first fight is Drew Dober versus Frank Camacho. Now, as I look at this card, I think this is my pick for fight of the night right here. You have two dudes, very experienced. Both are approaching 30 fights each in their career. Style wise, they're both two mainly strikers. Both very powerful. Both very tough as well. So I expect a striking match in this fight. Drew Dober, he's coming off a quick first round knockout over Josh Berkman. So he's looking to put together a good win streak. And you have Frank Camacho. He's coming off a fight of the night against Damian Brown, where he was victorious in that fight. Both Frank Camacho's fights have been really entertaining. First versus Li Jianliang. That was a very good fight for him. Very good performance, on short notice, even though he lost in that fight. So in this fight, I think this is gonna be a back and forth. Both fighters are gonna find success in this fight, but I am gonna go with Drew Dober in this fight. Drew Dober, I think he's a little bit more well-rounded as a striker. I think he has a very good use of kicks as well, and I think he'll have a slight power advantage over Frank Camacho. Frank Camacho, he does have power, but I think Drew Dober will have the advantage as far as power. So in this fight, I'm gonna go with Drew Dober by unanimous decision in the fight of the night. Second fight, Dennis Bermudez versus Andre Fili. This is a good matchup, a good opportunity for Andre Fili to get in that top 15 again. And you have you have Dennis Bermudez. He's trying to bounce back after after a couple losses. Last one being against Darren Elkins. In this fight, striking wise, both have solid striking. Dennis Bermudez, he has solid striking, but his weakness is his striking defense. He tends to get caught in fights, and I think Dennis Bermudez, he really needs to strategize better in fights. I think he approaches fights incorrectly. Andre Fili, he's a pretty good striker, really dynamic. Really dynamic. Good, solid boxing. Good kicks, very good footwork. He comes from that alpha male camp. They're known for having good footwork. This fight is gonna come down if Dennis Bermudez can land takedowns. Andre Fili, he's around 60% as far as takedown defense. Dennis Bermudez, he averages around almost 4 takedowns a fight. So I think this fight is gonna come down if he can land takedowns or if Andre Fili can defend the takedowns. I think Andre Fili, he'll have an advantage on the feet. Dennis Bermudez, he's pretty solid on the feet, but like I said, his striking defense lacks, and I think he should definitely want to impose his wrestling advantage in this fight. And of course, Andre Fili, he's gonna want to use his range. He'll have about four. No, he'll have like almost a 9-inch reach advantage. So yeah, he's really gonna want to use that length in this fight. Dennis Bermudez, he's pretty short for the featherweight. So if he does stand, he needs to find his way inside, but be careful not to get countered. Yeah. So the key for Andre Fili is to defend the takedowns, keep his range, and use kicks and knees and all the weapons that's gonna help him against a much shorter opponent. For my prediction in this fight, I'm gonna go with Andre Fili by knockout in the second round. I think with his striking, he'll be able to catch Dennis Bermudez coming in, and I think he can get the knockout in this fight. Now for the main event, we have a rematch between Renato Jacare Souza and Derek Brunson. They fought once before, and Renato Souza, he got the knockout against Derek Brunson, and I think this is a pretty good matchup to make at each of their points in their career. We know Jacare, is a really good fighter. Perennial top five in that division. He has good striking, good wrestling, and legendary jiu-jitsu. And you have Derek Brunson, very powerful. Has a really good, powerful, accurate left hand, and he's a really good wrestler as well. So in this fight, striking wise, I think majority of this fight gonna take place on the feet. Both are capable of knocking each other out. Derek Brunson, he has to stay patient in this fight. If he's overzealous, if he leaves his chin exposed, he can and will get caught, by Jacare, just like he did in the first fight. I think Derek Brunson, he's going to have to be patient in this fight. I think he's definitely capable of getting a knockout in this fight. And Ronaldo Souza, I think his key is to mix it up. Ronaldo Souza, he averages about 3 takedowns, and so does Derek Brunson. I don't see Derek Brunson attempting any takedowns in this fight. I can see Ronaldo Souza trying to get the takedown in this fight. He even tried to take down Yoel. And Derek Brunson has a 100% takedown defense rate. I don't know how many times someone is attempting to take him down. The only other wrestler I recall him fighting was Yoel Romero. So I don't know how many times Yoel tried to take him down, but that's pretty impressive to have a 100% takedown defense rate. So I think Derek Brunson will be able to keep this fight standing. So this is gonna come down to who gets that first clean shot. I think whoever lands that first clean shot is gonna win this fight. And for my pick, I think at this point in their careers, Derek Brunson is gonna land that first clean shot, and I think he's gonna get the knockout in this fight. I'm calling it. Derek Brunson gets the knockout in the first round. He's been amassing numerous knockouts in all his wins, and I think he's gonna do it again against Jacare. So yeah, y'all can like, comment, tell me what y'all think. Subscribe if y'all want to. I'll be doing all the fight cards. Peace and salute.